Yesterday we had friends helping to get some seeds in the ground and got some more seeds planted that will go into the greenhouse. Today we have to get the rest of the seeds planted to go right out here in the overflow garden, in our main garden right here. We got the other ones in yesterday, but the ones that are on the tray still, we got to get those into the overflow garden. So the rest of these kales and onions, here's some more of our onions, we need to get those out, and then all these ones that are labeled need to go into the greenhouse. Then we have a few empty trays, so got my helper here today. She's gonna help me plant some seeds, right girl? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so the first thing I have to do is get these logs moved off, get the tarp flipped back, and then I'll put down the compost in the rows that I have on my handy dandy garden planner. So the seeds that I can get into the ground, I can look at my plan and just pour the compost in the spots in the rows that I'm planting so that I don't dump compost everywhere. But after I get these logs off, the next thing I need to do is get the electric fence around it to keep the chickens out, because as soon as I pull up that tarp, the chickens are probably going to be all over here scratching and digging. So we'll get that done first, and then we'll get to planting. Okay, so I pulled the tarp back. This is what we have. Hopefully that means it's dead and it's not going to grow, because that's going to be a bummer for weeding.
Yellow grass.
Hopefully it's dying. We need it to be dead.
That's really nice, Mommy.
Think so?
Yeah. Green grass. We want green grass, so we can.
Well, we don't want this grass though, because this is where the vegetables are going to grow, so we don't want any grass growing. We'll just have to... No, this is Josh's sheep manure corner. It appears that he has less grass growing in his quarter. Interesting. I don't want to have to pluck, but I might have to. Alright, so now I'm going to get some compost laid down. I'm going to look at my map. Alright, looking at my map, I gotta get the kale and the onions. Those need to get into the ground right now. And then the potatoes are way over there. I'm gonna have to move the potatoes and just keep the melons over there. Okay. Well, let's get some compost down on the rows where we need to get these soil blocks in the ground, and then I'll see what I need to do from there. It's kind of first go around. I don't really know what I'm doing. Hopefully we have growth. I'm still trying to figure out, how do you know when to pot up? Like, these are onions. We got half of them over in the other garden yesterday, and they were really fragile. I just didn't know if they were because they needed to be potted up, or if it was because they just don't have, I don't know. They just were really fragile. It was kind of surprising how fragile they were. Maybe if anybody knows the rule of thumb for potting up, you can leave a comment below and let me know, since I'm learning here. After yesterday's planting and the struggle we had getting the onions and stuff in without breaking any of the sprouts, today seemed like maybe a better way is we poured all this mulch out, or sorry, this compost out. Might be backwards, putting the compost on top of the mulch, but we were really just trying to get this ground prepped so that it wouldn't be grass. So pouring the compost down into the rows today Seems like it's a little bit smarter for getting these onion blocks into the ground, because they were so fragile yesterday. We were ripping a lot of the sprouts. But today it seems less traumatizing, I guess, for the sprouts in that regard. So hopefully the compost will give it a nice base and the roots will shoot down deep enough that it won't be an issue. That's the hope. But so we could be doing it completely backwards and shooting ourselves in the foot. I hope that's not the case. But okay, I got all the trays in the ground that I needed to get in the ground today. So I have this row is onions, and then we have this row kale. I think I'm just gonna have to take some time each day this week. I gotta get the spinach in, the potatoes in. I feel like there's one more I'm forgetting that need to be in this week, and then we'll get started on the next round.